Okay, so today is day 113, I want to say, and I'm currently outside, shirtless right now, and I decided to start filming this video right now. I got out of the shower, and it's like outside, so this camera is like really like locked in on like detail, so that kind of sucks for me. But I came outside because I knew that the version of myself that, would have everything that he wanted and where he is, where he needs to be, would know what videos he needs to post in order to make the views and the conversions and the downloads that would lead to, like I said, the conversions or the purchases, the in-app purchases that would make me money every day. And so he wouldn't be up in his room, or he wouldn't be in the deep dark depths of like making videos every single day. He would just have a system that works, In a way, I think that if he was, he would definitely try to be improving that system, but you can only get so far as one person doing organic content. And I think that's as far as he kind of gets. And so I think, me just enjoying my time, whether it's outside doing the work, whether it's in the garage doing the work, as long as I'm not like in, my room in the dark for like 4 hours. Like, yeah, I understand that type of deep work is like, it would get me a lot of stuff done and it would be beneficial, but like, that's not what the version of myself that really has what I want is doing, So yeah, but honestly, this couch is looking terrible. I don't think I can really sit there, and it is itchy when I sit down on it. And I have my neighbor's pool over there that I could go to, but I'm not sure if they're home. They said they're going to be gone for this week, but I don't know what day they get back. And usually they park in their garage, so they could be home. And I don't want to just go over there, sit by the pool with my laptop, and like them just have like come out or whatever. So I don't know. I'll have to figure something out, but I want somewhere to kind of like sit and lay comfortably, because like I'm not trying to sit on a stool and I'm not trying to sit straight up on a couch. Anyways, so I think I'm actually going to hang out with my girlfriend later today, and I know that I told myself like I want to keep the ball rolling, and I want momentum, and I want to be consistent, and I want to put in the work that needs to happen in order for me to get to where I want to be. And like a sign of me like doing that is just not hanging out with my girlfriend as much as I can this week. But she does, like we're only gonna hang out for like a little bit of time, from like 7 or like 7:45 to like 9:30, and we're gonna get a few things done that are important today, to kind of get done in person. So that was kind of one of the main reasons that I'm like okay with it happening. Plus, I mean, 9:30, I don't have work on Thursday, so I could stay up doing work as late as I need to, as long as I have videos prepared for when she comes over to post. It shouldn't be a problem. But I created a whole bunch of photos on Nano Banana Pro, and they're pretty good photos, like before photos, like main photos for the first slide, and then a couple of like reference image photos that I can put text over to make them look like nice and good. And now all I kind of have to do is go around and, find ideas for a calorie tracking app, as far as like what text to put on each screen and like what screens to put next and like how to make the video go viral. And at first I was thinking, well, this is going to be obvious. I just need to pick this photo first and then this photo next, and then maybe just a few of these photos, and then all I need to do is put text over them. But what I was thinking was I need to use the fact that I'm generating this slideshow from like nothing to my advantage, right? I need to like tell myself, okay, these photos should come first, and these are the types of text that I'm going to put on screen. Because if you think about it, for all the other apps that are using the slideshow method with the Christian Archer guy, their slideshows were like about gym splits. Like they were about certain things, and they were tailored. The information was tailored towards, like what gym splits and workouts they were doing, so that they could plug their workout app at the end of it, right? But mine's a calorie tracking app. So if I could, get photos and text that talks, more about tracking your calories and stuff like that, and like leads more to like that, then I think it'll be fine. I just need to understand like what's the best way I can use this slideshow stuff to my advantage for my app personally, as far as conversion rate goes. And so that's what I'm kind of struggling with right now. I have all the photos to make a slideshow right now, but I kind of need to probably talk to ChatGPT and understand like what pieces of text should I put on screen and like how many slides should I have, and kind of organize the layout and the design of the first slideshow and what the next few slideshows will look like. And I think once I have, a handful of slideshows posted and I understand the views that I'm getting and what the conversion rate is of the slideshows, that I'll understand what needs to change and what is okay to continue to redo. Because, on the Christian Archer method, these guys are using the same 3 first slides on every single slideshow. And, they're using a total of 10 slides throughout every different slideshow, right? And so I don't think that I need more than 12 of the reference photos. And I don't think I need more than, 5 of the before and after photos each. So it's just, I think the matter about like, what type of text I put on screen, and continuing to post those videos to kind of see what the feedback I end up getting is, whether it's controversial, like what type of stuff I need to add, do I need to add a little bit of this, or do I need to add a little bit of that, like do I need to make it convert more so that the people that are watching it actually understand what the app's about and understand that they should download it, stuff like that. So I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I think I might go up to my room. I don't want to do that, but like I feel like at least until I get the first few slideshows on the road, on the TikTok accounts, I think that I should probably stay up there. It's like 78 degrees outside right now, so it kind of feels nice. But the UV is like a 5, so there's really no point in sitting out in the sun. And when you're outside, you kind of get the cons of, bugs and pollen and wind and sun rays that are kind of just making your screen look dark. And when, you're in your house, you have perfect conditions. You don't have any of that, so I might have to go back up there. But first priority right now is just organizing the layout for my first slideshow with all the new images that I've created for myself. And I'm going to use ChatGPT to figure that out. And then I'm going to post my first slideshow here in a minute on my accounts. And we're going to see how they do. And then I'm going to figure out what exactly I need to change. But it'll probably take a while because I want to make sure that the slideshows are good, considering I'm building them from the ground up. So yeah, I'll see y'all once they're done, probably. And peace out. All right. So look, for some reason, I currently have Billie Eilish playing in my ear right now. I don't know why. Hopefully y'all can hear me well. It's connected to my phone, and I think it's just going, so I'm listening to Billie Eilish. But right now, I'm over at my neighbor's house. They have a pool. And everything, so it's kind of cool, and their hot tub has a little like waterfall, so the water kind of like over drains into the pool, and it's like a waterfall sound, and it's nice. And she's away till the 28th, and it's currently the 22nd right now, so I'm just taking this opportunity to enjoy the outdoors. I think that's what I would do if I had the opportunity to every day with the business. I think that if I was in the position making a couple $1,000 every month with this business, which is very, very, very much capable, I think that all I would be doing really is just out and about and not too focused on being in my room grinding, but just kind of like enjoying it for what it is, because it's true, it's real, it's here. And so I decided I want to go outside, and then I went on my porch, and then as I was on my porch, all the chairs on there were covered with pollen, and they were just so dirty. And so I was like, you know what, like, we got the invite to come over here while she's gone. She has a pool, a waterfall, a whole bunch of really nice trees. She has a couple of chairs. This would be perfect for me. So I went out and I came over here, and then I was like, I'm hungry, and I think a big waste of my time would be driving 45 minutes, wasting probably $5 at least in gas to go to Chipotle to get myself a bowl. So with that being said, I said, you know what? I think that if I was in that position, I think my time is very valuable, and I would honestly go DoorDash. Like, I would do the DoorDash method. I would DoorDash myself some Chick-fil-A or some Chipotle. Especially because my parents give me a $250 allowance every month for food. Obviously, that's going to be drained pretty quickly if I'm buying DoorDash literally every day. But, like, I feel like that's a reason for the, you know, estimated tax, right? Like, that $250 is just free money coming to my account. And if I can kind of subtract that, like, I think that's probably what, close to, like, probably $6 or $7 a meal, depending on how often I purchase a meal throughout the month, every day. And so basically what I'm saying is I was gonna DoorDash some food to myself, but I was like, you know what? No, that's a little bit too much money. They were asking like $4 for a tip for the driver, and then they were asking $4 for estimated tax and service fees, which is kind of crazy. And so I was just like, screw it, I'll just go in later if I want food. So anyways, what I did though was I'm here now, right? I've created a whole bunch of photos on Nano Banana Pro, and what I did was I actually made a slideshow earlier, and I posted it as one slideshow, my first ever slideshow that I made like from scratch myself. And it was like not a particular slideshow, like it was like why you're not gaining muscle, not like 5 things to do this. And the first slide was like this and that, and then the middle slide was like because you're not tracking things right, and then it showed the app. And I'm hoping that the people that see that video will be like, oh yeah, this is like a cool app, let me go download it, right? But the quality of the photos was actually so bad. I think it was because I had like made one photo, a 1K image, and had 4 photos in each corner. And so when I tried to crop the photo down, the pixels were smaller, and it led to like worse resolution. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to cheap out on this. I just decided to take all the photos that I had already cropped from my iPhone, and I sent them back to my computer, and I ran them all through Nano Banana Pro, and now I have all of them in 2K quality for a single image. So now I'm sending them back to my phone in a new archived folder with all the new premium photos, and I'm gonna probably do a double take on some of the other photos that I didn't end up doing and send those back to my phone as well. And then I'll have the opportunity to post really high quality photos for my slideshows. And I think as I scroll through social media and I see more slideshows from other pieces of content and other like people on the app, I'll kind of gain some inspiration, and I'll probably copy the link to their video and download their photos and their thing, and like take the text out of them and use the photos as my own, to be more like niche and more realistic instead of super like professional and like simple. And I'm just going to continue to make things every day. And what I noticed actually was I went onto my Apple Store Connect dashboard here, and it says that I think I want to guess that I stopped paying Tim probably like around April 16th, April 15th. And from April 15th to April 21st, I've averaged about 5 downloads a day. And so like you're thinking, oh, that's probably not very good, right? Well, on April 13th, I had 47 downloads, and on April 9th, I had 49 downloads. That's the most, like those 2 days are the most downloads I've ever had in a single day. And then pretty much averaging from, I'd say, the 11th of April to the 25th of March, which is like backwards, I think I'd say I'm averaging, honestly, like, I think I'm averaging like 10 to 15 downloads a day. And I mean, there's what, on the 27th I had 5 downloads, on the 28th I had 4 downloads, on the 29th I had 5 downloads, on the April 2nd I had 7 downloads, on April 3rd I had 3 downloads, on April 5th I had 6 downloads, on April 6th I had 5 downloads, on April 7th I had 6 downloads, on April 8th I had 9 downloads. But then there's kind of the ones that kind of even it out to make it, instead of instead of 8 or 9 downloads, there's like some days that even it out. Like for example, on the 11th I got 17, on the 10th I got 15, On the 9th, remember, I got 49. On the 4th of April, I had 15. On the 1st of April, I had 24. On the 31st of March, I had 16. On the 30th of March, I had 16. So they kind of bring the number up on average a little bit throughout the month. And what I'm saying basically is the average that I was getting every day in downloads around the time that I had like 4 different creators posting for me was probably about 10 to 15 downloads a day. And mind you, I was paying these guys in total at least like $600 to $700 every month. And so I haven't paid them since April 15th, and I've averaged about 5 downloads a day. So if I can bring in 10 more downloads every single day, I will be on track that I was when I was spending $700 a month on marketing. So all I need to do in my mind is have the, know-it-all and post as many videos as I can every day about slideshows and about videos organically myself to bring in another 5 to 10 people every day. And then boom, I'm averaging $500 a month. I mean, I think if I go back to my sales right here, it says in the last 30 days, in the last 30 days, let's see, from March 22nd to April 21st, which is about 30 days, I've made $414 in profit, or not in profit, in revenue. So I don't think that's a little number. If I think personally, if I bring in 15 downloads on average every day, that number's probably going to increase. So I think $400, $500 a month based off of 10, 15 downloads a day. Like, I think that's probably, if you do the math, 25 to 50 downloads a day are bringing in probably close to $2,000-$3,000 in my mind a month. I just would think, even though like 15 plus 15 is 30, I think if you're averaging 30, you're definitely on the low days still getting a good 25. So anyways, what I'm saying right now is I am averaging right now, while I'm not even paying any creators or paying any marketing budget, 5 downloads a day, right? And back then when I was paying $700 in marketing fees, I was averaging probably 15 downloads a day. That's not that many more. And so if I can get 10 more people on average every day to download the app, which is based on my direct input, then I'm back on track with what I used to be paying like $700 a month for. So there's that. And even then, I think that I could like do a lot better of a job than they were doing, and I could probably get more than 15 downloads on average a day. I just need to like bake in the formula. So April 15th was the last day I paid them, and since then I've been averaging about 5 downloads a day, and I've had 1, 2, 3 in-app purchases since that day. And then I want to say from whatever, the 22nd to the 15th, I was averaging, I'd say like 2 or 3, probably not 3. I was probably averaging 1 to 2 download or in-app purchases a day. So the only days that I missed an in-app purchase were the 24th, the 26th, the 27th, the 29th, the 31st, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. So what? That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 days that I missed an in-app purchase. But I made one. So I had, if you do the math, the 22nd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 days, and only 7 days I missed in-app purchases. So I think if you do the math, I was averaging about at least, probably I'd say 2 downloads or 2 in-app purchases a day. Because on, again, April 9th, when I got 50 people to download the app, I got 8 in-app purchases. So again, basically the math is saying that if I were to average about 15 downloads every single day, I would average about 1 to 2 in-app purchases every single day. And I mean, again, the overview that says that from March 22nd to April 21st says that I've made $414. Well, I stopped paying people on the 15th, and it's been, 6 days since then? So I would think that if everything kept steadily, that I would probably, instead of being at $14 and $400, I think I'd probably be closer to $600 in revenue. Anyways, it's kind of an eye-opener, and I decided to make the video right now because of that. But I'm going to get back to doing a little bit of my homework here, as well as getting the Nano Banana Pro pictures in 4K and sending the file to my phone, and then making the slideshows. So, yeah, peace out. All right, so today is 1/13, and this is a later video in the video. This is probably, I think, after when I was at my neighbor's house. But today's the end of the day. It's 11:15. I don't have work tomorrow. And I told my mom and my dad that I was going to wake up tomorrow at 9 a.m. And that's what time my mom told me she's going to wake me up. But we'll see about that. I'm not super tired, but I do have a headache. And I probably should get to bed like sooner than later if I want to wake up earlier in the morning, which is something I feel like I should do. Whether or not I stay up, and work, I feel like I kind of owe it to myself to wake up early tomorrow. So that is the main priority. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got to make sure that I'm capable of waking up at that time. So if I do the math, right, I need to be to bed by around noon or around midnight, because if you do the math, 9 a.m., that's 9 hours after midnight. That's 9 hours of sleep. That's pretty decent. So, yeah. The main thing is it's not necessarily like how many hours I get of sleep or anything of that. I think it's more so just like when I wake up at 9 a.m., I need to stay up, I need to stay up. So, yeah. But I was just with my girlfriend, and we didn't have a talk or anything, but we did the things that we talked about doing. And now I have half bowl of Chipotle that I ordered for $20 through DoorDash that I still need to eat. And so I might warm that up and then eat the rest of it. And then I'll probably talk to my mom and tell her to pay me, because she told me that when I picked up my brother that she would pay me for the food that I would end up buying. So yeah. But anyways, I planned on leaving her at 9:30, and it's 11:20 right now, so I don't even know what the math is on that. I think that's 20 minutes from 11, an hour from 10, almost 2 hours past the time I told myself. Which, if you understood the situation, I should have gave her probably till 10:15, but then we stayed in her driveway talking for 15-20 minutes, and then we didn't leave until 10:30, 10:45, so it didn't really line up that way. And I want to have some TikTok drafts saved tonight so I could post tomorrow morning immediately. But at the same time, I don't know how likely I'm going to be able to get TikTok drafts uploaded or made tonight. It shouldn't be that hard, because I pretty much already have most of the photos that I'm going to use for my slideshows, but I kind of just need to find what text to put on screen for every slide, and I need to find the right slides to put together. And I need to basically download the slides in a pack to my laptop so that I can share them and airdrop them to my phone to use. So yeah, also today is day 113, but I didn't post day 112 yet. I've kind of been procrastinating because it's an 80-minute long video, and it takes forever to actually export from CapCut, and I'm usually using my phone before I need to export it, and then I come back to the CapCut app, and then it's like downloading, and then it just like quits. So I need to like literally stay on the CapCut app for as long as it exports, which kind of sucks, and I'll probably need to do that with this video as well, but I don't think this video will be as long as the last video.
Audio, please say a command.
I just accidentally pressed the speak button.
Say an audio button.
I don't know if it's connecting to my phone or not, hopefully not, but yeah, I plan on taking probably an ibuprofen, getting out of this truck, and then going up to my room, changing my clothes, probably taking a shower, getting my hair all wet, and then I'll probably end up making a few different slideshows, getting ready to post them. I might make one tonight, and then I might make a few of them on multiple accounts to post for tomorrow morning when I wake up. And then like I don't even know what I think about it. Like I almost feel like in the future I might like use an image once or twice and then feel like I'm using it for literally every slideshow, and then like no longer use that image. But in the old method that all these other people are using with the Christian Archer guy, these guys are using the same image on every single slideshow. So like I don't think that I should be too worried, but at the same time, like I don't know how I feel about using the same images again and again and again. So I might make new ones a lot, but I hopefully won't, and I can just stick with what I have and just change the text and the order of the slides. But I'm confident in it, man. I did the math, and I already said this on my last video, but I just want to like clarify it to myself right now. I did the math, and I think that if I were to get on average 10 to 15 downloads every single day, that I would average about $500 in revenue a month. Now, if I got bare minimum 15 downloads a day, then I think that would probably correlate to more like 1,000. I don't know if I had the funnel, the conversion, the high converting A/B test funnel going at the beginning of March, or at least when, like I guess at the end of March and on the 22nd or not. But if I didn't, then I think that I could have made a lot more in-app purchases and made a lot more money that way back then, and I probably would have made even more money. So who knows, it might be $600 or $700 instead. But regardless, that's like half my paycheck going to my regular job that I'm earning from a job that I created for myself. You know, like literally just sitting myself down every day. Oh, sorry, I clicked the button and it stopped recording. But sitting myself down every day to like post a video and like make videos is like not that hard, and like organizing it and just like I think it's fun. You know, it's something I built for myself, and it's already making me money. Like I think that's fun. The idea of it's definitely fun. I need to go. All right, yeah, I got the word. I'm gonna be waking up around 9:30 tomorrow, and I don't need to wake myself up. I'm gonna just know that I have to wake up. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited actually to know like what it's gonna take for me like day after day to really like get in the mood where I lock in. Because today, like with all the time that I've had, obviously I was not in the best predicament. Around 7 o'clock, I had to end up picking my brother up, and then I DoorDashed some food, and I started hanging out with my girlfriend until 11:30. So like, if you do the math on that, 7 to 10 is 3 hours, and then 10 to 11 is 4 hours. So I wasted 4 hours of my day with my girlfriend, but pretty much. And so that's not ideal, and that doesn't really signify momentum. I think in that 4 hours, I probably would have gotten all the rest of the images that I wanted to get done. And I think that I would have already been able to make the drafts on every account. But I think that if I use all my time as efficiently as I can tonight, I can get all that done and still have time to be asleep for long enough before I wake up. And I think that in the situation that happened tonight, I don't know how likely I would have the opportunity to wake up at 9:30, like guaranteed. So even then, I think I'm like saving myself time tomorrow morning by waking up early. So yeah, but I'm disappointed in myself for that, because I do think that that was technically a loss of momentum for me. But I'm excited to see, because freak, bro. Monday I was locked back in and I was like getting back into the groove, and then Tuesday cut me off with work, and then boom, Wednesday I'm back in it, and then at the end of Wednesday I got freaking my girlfriend, and then Thursday is tomorrow. But at the same time, like, I worked when I was awake today, and I got as much as I think, you know, was good enough to get done. And I think by tomorrow, when I have more of an understanding of like how to use the images that I just made and how to make more images and how to, you know, conduct a brand new slideshow, that everything will work out a lot better for me. I did post one slideshow. I think I already talked to you guys about that, but I did post one slideshow that got like 360 views or something. And I think that it was always going to get that many views, just because like the videos before it were pretty promising and the consistency was pretty the same. But I think I definitely threw TikTok a curveball with that video because the quality was pretty terrible. I got like 5 likes but 300 views, which that doesn't really correlate at all. If I get 300 views, it should correlate to probably like 25 likes, 30 likes. So yeah. But anyways, I'll leave y'all with this. Tonight, what I'm gonna do, I was gonna eat my Chipotle, wind down, take a shower. I'm gonna get in my bed. I'm gonna redo all the photos, send the photos from my laptop to my phone, make a whole bunch of slideshows, put the text on them, everything, save them to my drafts, and then by that time, it should be time for myself to go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep, wake up, post the new slideshows, and go from there. You know, probably end up tomorrow making obviously more slideshows to post throughout the day and understanding why these slideshows are working and why these ones aren't, and try to test new theories, try to, you know, understand why these slideshows on my For You page have gone viral and why when I'm doing the same thing, they're not. So yeah, but I'll let y'all know tomorrow. Also, I fixed a little bit of things with my app, so I should be able to know a little bit more precisely now exactly how many downloads I get every single day. And I'm going to try to get that number up tomorrow because I'm going to be able to completely, from scratch, organize the way that I post these slideshows. And they're going to be high converting, and hopefully they're going to get a lot of views. And then I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up with probably at least like 10 downloads by the end of the day. That's my goal, if not 15. But I think that that's very achievable. And the version of myself that's already doing it big, bro, he's getting 25, 30, almost 50 downloads a day pretty easily. You got to realize the only thing that got me the most downloads I've ever had in a single day was a single 4,000 view video, like a TikTok, that was just straight converting. So, hey, if I get 3 videos that are straight converting with 1,000 views each, that's pretty much the same idea. I guarantee you right now, if I were to end up making and choreographing a video, a TikTok that was 25, 30 seconds long and took like 35 minutes to make it on my Port 67 account, and I posted it, and it was just me saying like, hey, I own this app and I want you guys to download it, that people would go to it and there'd be like a good 35 people at least go through the onboarding process and get to the point where they have to pay. And I don't know how many would pay because they're not the ideal customers, but like still. So anyways, I'm gonna go do that. That was day 113. Peace out.